there are evangelical Christians and many others, but let's talk about evangelicals who would probably think about voting for you even more so if you would be for some sort of federal constitutional marriage amendment or a pro-life constitutional marriage amendment. And they make the case quite simply, just like slavery and others, that the life issue and marriage trump the 10th Amendment states' rights issues, and they say, look, you're siding on that side rather than on the moral side of those equations.
Yeah.
What's your sense of it?
Well, I just don't like to see big government. Pretty soon, what if they made that same argument that just think how much good you could do if you could have a law under the United Nations? And I don't want to go in that direction. And we, for our law enforcement agencies, under the Constitution, I see it as being local. Acts of violence, whether it's robbery or whether it's murder or manslaughter or all these things, it's not, we don't write laws in the national level for that. It's all at the state level. And I see the attack on the unborn as an act of violence, and it should be dealt with at the local level. I think it's backfired on us. And with Roe versus Wade, we had a state law that was met in Texas to prohibit, abortions. So it became nationalized, and they argue the case, well, if you want nationalized, well, what if they make the mistake of ruling the wrong way? Then it hurts us completely. So what if we go and say, okay, we're going to have an amendment and it's supposed to be protecting life? So often in Washington, what they do is they change a phrase or 3 words, it gets stuck in there, and it literally does the opposite, And what I want to do is repeal Roe versus Wade. And the best way to do that is to eliminate the federal jurisdiction. So we could have done that 10, 15 years ago. We should have done it when the right to life majority was in office. We could have done it by majority vote. And yes, it might not have been perfect. The courts wouldn't have been changed. The Constitution wouldn't have been changed. But it hasn't been changed anyway. But we could have allowed the states to stop abortions in many states. Just think how many lives could have been saved that way. So I think the founders were rather astute in offering that to us, and I don't like nationalization of laws. So I stick to the prerogative that the states should stay out of it, and I apply that to marriage too. If you have a marriage amendment or a marriage law, they're going to legalize it in the wrong way, and I'd just as soon I'd rather have the churches in charge and let you and I make our own personal decisions on what marriage is all about.